We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Dallas Cowboys. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On play action, Allen. This short throw caught by Goddard. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll move the chains.
First down, Carolina.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Yards to go.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
81.
Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
Down, Panthers.
From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side. And this is caught. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Touchdown.
Now, this is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right.
At their own 28-yard line.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. Now this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. Touchdown, Cowboys! Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll run it. It's Mack. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Ball carrier.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that is incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
And that may have been incomplete, but he reminds me so much of when my dad used to take me to the baseball stadium and watch the home run hitters in batting practice. I'll get to the stadium early just to watch this kid throw it. He can throw it out of the stadium.
And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. And the Cowboys here on third down bringing in an extra defensive back. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Fights up, and deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There was absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
From the gun on third down. Jones. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down. They run with Taylor. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. You can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reversed red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
On second down, it's Taylor. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied 7-7.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After 1st and 2nd down went backwards, it's 3rd and very long. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He'll get off a fairly short kick here, as this is toward the sideline. And that one goes out of bounds, and let's see here. They're going to walk this back to the 40-yard line.
40-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Mack. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Operating from the gun, Allen. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
Gain of 9.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. His throw incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Touchdown, Carolina.
A 16-yard touchdown. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Taylor. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Taylor. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
By the Panthers.
He's really putting together a spectacular season. That interception, number 11 now on the year.
And I know we're all taught that 7 is a lucky number. I'd say 11 is for him, huh? No doubt about it.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
1st down.
Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the 1st down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's
and he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Cameron Jordan make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. To try again after the sack. Allen. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
The quarterback is sacked. A loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
10 yards to go.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Here's Mack. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line.
The ball carrier.
It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
3rd down.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. From the gun, Allen. And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. Operating from the gun, Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Allen's
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 3. And no Allen to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. Now Allen to try again after the pick 6. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
On the deep ball. Brings up 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Allen. He's going to let it go again. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at the 11-yard.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit.
A 28-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Ooh, with a juke. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. We'll leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Jonathan.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check. 58, Mike, 58.
On the counter, it's Taylor. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
On first down, it's Taylor. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
7 yards there and a first down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
5-yard line.
Switch it, come on, switch it.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. That one good for 33 and a first. He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. Extra bulk up front for second and inches. 3 tight ends. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That second down play nets a -4. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
They'll try and run. Taylor. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
A 3-yard loss.
It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. But looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off around the 37. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. But they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points. I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. He dumps this off to Mack.
Complete to
Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Samuel, incomplete. Greedy Williams on the coverage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Allen again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Greedy Williams picks it off. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter.
Bring it, baby, bring it!
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. It's Taylor, and he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Touchdown, Cowboys! Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown. So they went to the ground game on 3rd, hoping to pick up the first. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to have to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, 3rd down. They don't care that it's 3rd and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call a running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up because I haven't been an offensive lineman yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net them 23 and a first.
First down, Panthers.
From the gun, Allen. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Allen. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
First down, Carolina.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Touchdown.
A 20-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. Great corner out there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, 73 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
For the extra point.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 41. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
4-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. On 3rd down, Taylor. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Goal at the 4-yard line.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Throwing Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. What a season he continues to have defensively. Now a dozen interceptions this year, Charles.
And let's face it, we've watched a lot of ball. But when you get 12 in 1 year, that's better than most careers, isn't it?
Absolutely. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 25. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today,
and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
He takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Panthers.
Here's Allen to throw it. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete on the deep ball. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Allen's throw is complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. On play action, Allen. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line.
Gain of 14.
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. On first down, Allen. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point put through by Succop, and that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Taylor. And he'll power his way up near the 25. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
By Mackenzie Alexander. A 6-yard pickup brings up.
They run once more with Taylor.
At the 24-yard line.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On first down, Taylor. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
10 at the 17-yard line. Today's final.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean...